Hello everyone, this is Ivy Brooks, the copywriter to know, and I want to thank Bear at Valhalla Life Services for allowing me to do a video audit of his website as it stands. If you're tuning in on YouTube or my Facebook business page at a later date and you're seeing this video, this website will likely be different. So I encourage you to check out valhallalifeservices.org to check out this amazing service to veterans. And we'll get started now, just going through a website in its beginning stages with an expert copywriter and customer connection strategist's opinion on how pages should be organized, how things should be written, and some technology and funnel type suggestions, among other things. So here we are on the home page. I noticed on this website in particular that there's a lot of background images that are a little distracting, or they're not consistent throughout the website. So I'd rather see a cleaner looking site. I actually don't mind the homepage as it looks right now. It's a little difficult to see Valhalla Life Services logo. I think if this had a transparent black overlay on top of the menu, that would probably stand out a lot more. And if Valhalla, if this was all white, that would really pop out, and it would kind of streamline this brand look because it would match the menu and the text on the site. Just looking at the site now too, I think it's very good for companies and organizations to kind of have a brand guide. So if Valhalla chooses specific fonts, they should stay consistent from page to page with the fonts and from all their different creative assets and content that they create. You could go straight to the logo. You probably wouldn't use the Valhalla font, but you would use whatever this Life Services font is. You might want to try to closely match that when picking fonts for the website. So I would be consistent with colors and fonts. So Valhalla Life Services, these might be better suited to be white. I don't know. I typically don't get too much into the design stuff, but I don't mind this look of this button, and I don't mind the background. Both these images are very impactful, and that's why I don't mind them. There should be more on this page, and I would like to see some of these pages combined. So when I go to mission, see, when it was loading, there was something red, and then this is scrolling across the screen here above, and it's kind of distracting. A lot of people really like to add some flashy things and moving images and things like that, but it's better not to, actually. Here we can see, because the background is now white, I can't see Life Services under Valhalla, and the menu changed from white to black. So I just want these pages to be more consistent in design. But there's some really good content written on here. I absolutely love the content and the copy on this page, and I want to see it added to the homepage. So I loved everything I have read so far on both the homepage and the mission page. I want them to be combined, and then I want to see the definition of Valhalla in a bigger presence. So where would I put that? Probably below "it is our goal." If you move that text onto the homepage, "it is our goal until Valhalla." Okay, so it might actually still end up below all of this, because I really liked how you told us exactly what Valhalla's mission is: to be with your veteran brothers until Valhalla, until heaven, until the end. We train them to be warriors, but we don't bring them home and take care of them. And that's a mission everyone can get behind. I want to see that mission conveyed on the homepage. If they only That's a big copywriting concept of mine, or a philosophy, is that if you only have, a minute of their time and you can only say what you're all about in one sentence, what's that sentence going to be? If you have 5 minutes of their time and they read one paragraph, what's that one paragraph going to be? How are you going to make the biggest impression in a paragraph? And then if you only have one page, what's that impression going to be? What are you going to write in your copy for the one page? I think you did that very well in all the content on the homepage and the mission page. You pretty much nailed it. I love it. I love the images. It strikes right through the heart. I think, most people will completely understand the mission's value from that information. Okay, from the About page, I do want to talk about the menu and how the menu can serve better. I'd like to see there be just one button for every, I'd like home, there to be home, no mission, because we're going to add the copy to home. And then I would put mission here and keep this content. And I would take the staff content and move it to the About page, which we will rename mission if it were up to me. So all of this is really great. But again, you don't want to lose people if they have to click into more pages when it could be on one page. So I don't mind all of this. I want there to be an image on the left to just break up how my eye has to move pretty far from one end to the other to read it, because the text is really big. I would probably make the text smaller. I would put a headline of some kind. Maybe something like help veterans see their possibilities. Just pull a good little sentence out of this and make it a headline, and then add an image on the left to just break up the monotony of the eye. The readers, they get like reader's fatigue. Here's where I do take issue with the content a little bit. So it talks about our goal. While Valhalla might start small, ultimately they want to build the landmark facility on a working cattle ranch. I love how it explains the comfort that the animals would bring. And kind of the multi-dimensional environment and how uplifting that can be. Love that. I would actually maybe list the goals in a much smaller list. This would be number one. Your goal is to be one day on a working cattle ranch. And then I see these images down here of maybe a possible property or just images of what it might look like. I would move that up here and make people more emotionally invested. Let them see the vision for themselves. And then move on to number two, which you might call I don't know what you would call number two, but make it, between 3 and 5. And then this list is like a little long for me, and I can't see all of these things happening on one ranch or people feeling comfortable with it on one ranch. Due to like service dog training, some people are afraid of dogs. Obviously, I don't know, vets may not be afraid of dogs, but there's a lot going on here. And I think I would narrow this list down. Maybe you can put them in different categories, and they can be they can make up the 3 to 5 main goals, but I would make 3 to 5 main goals, one being the ranch property. So the next one would be like professional training, because there's a lot of professional training in here. Love it. Okay. Moving on to the library and the blog. This is why, okay, so library doesn't have any content and the blog does, so it's kind of the same thing. So what I would like to see here is to rename the library or the blog something kind of magazine-like. Something like if Valhalla had its own publication, what would it be called? Like Valhalla News, Valhalla Updates. It could be cooler than that. I can't come up with anything off the top of my head right now. This is probably where I might be of more assistance for Valhalla as far as marketing services go. So I have a strong background in SEO and content strategy. I would love to see there be a strategy, an SEO strategy, to gain traffic from search engine results. We would determine who's looking for this website, who's trying to find this website. I know a major source of traffic would be loved ones who are receiving veterans coming home, looking for support for their veteran or looking for a resource for their family to better support the veteran. I think that would be a huge SEO opportunity to support those people, and then also obviously veterans coming home and the different branches of service. So that looks really good on the side here. So all of this content or any content being published on this page should be very strategic, helpful, shareable. Blogs can be a really good opportunity to support this website standing on its own feet and attracting organic traffic. I would actually like to see, at the end of every blog, I would like to see a graphic made that is a call to action. So support this blog by subscribing. I would actually like to see contribute to our blog and have an opportunity for veterans or veterans' loved ones to contribute to the site for free and get some of the community involved. I think that would be a really exciting call to action. It would be a way to grow your SEO strategy and your website traffic and add depth to it. And I have a lot of ideas regarding this. So this is kind of where I would be more of service. And in general, to talk about my services and what I might add to this website is I would actually like to see, I see a donate button in the menu and then I saw one on the home page. I would actually add a side widget to all of these pages with a button that says donate now. And there could be other information that might be valuable on the side. I don't know, maybe hotline information, contact us now, subscribe to the blog, but at least a donate now button could be on the widget on the side of each page. I also want to talk about collecting email addresses for people who visit but don't donate or connect with you any other way. They don't join your Facebook group. They don't subscribe to the blog, which I'm not sure if I was given an option to do that actually. I think I am when I click into the comments here. But it's really important for all websites to have really strong calls to action and to have them placed in all the right places and frequently. So what I'd like to see for this website is a pop-up to keep in touch. That's exactly what I would say. I would have a pop-up that says keep in touch upon exit. So if someone tries to exit this site by clicking off or exiting out, a pop-up would come up and say keep in touch, join our newsletter list to keep up with the good work of Valhalla, and get your free PDF copy of how to support a vet coming home. Something like that. Give them some kind of value that would make them want to sign up and get something free, which is really easy to put together. It's just, the amount of time of writing a blog. And then you have email addresses for you to keep up with and ask for donations and have contribute to the blog and support all of your staff with, enthusiasm and sharing and all things. So those are leads that you would own. That's the only way to really capture and keep in touch with the traffic that ends up on your site. You can survey these people and ask them, why they haven't donated, and find out a lot of really valuable information, or ask them what their needs are. Ask them who they are. Are they vets, or are they loved ones of vets? It's really awesome that you can survey people through your email list. So just like your blog, that's kind of the next step to make people more invested in you as a business or organization. Okay, moving on to services. So again, I'd like to see the website have more consistency in the design, so I would actually forego all of the background images. They're kind of hard to read. It's hard to read text over this other stuff. I didn't even notice until now that there was words in these bulbs. What I'd rather see, because it is good for us to have visuals and to have visual interest on our pages, I'd like to see each of these services have a photo attached to it. And then this sentence, I was confused by. It says, through these services, you will be able to master your own self-improvement while helping provide the housing, training, and other necessities to our veterans. So you're making it sound like you're training to support veterans. But I think the point was to coach veterans. Okay, I suppose what it's saying is maybe if you purchase these services, that you're also, a percentage of that is going back into housing, training, and other necessities to other veterans other than yourself. I'm not sure, but I would need more clarity here. And then I did look at each of these pages. And I need more. If this is a sales page, I would like to see more. I want to get rid of the background image again. I'd like to see more on this sales page. I like the offerings, but I think the copy needs a little bit more work. I think people need a lot more information to make a purchase this large for hundreds of dollars a month. That's actually a really high-end offer in marketing, like just considering marketing and what I've seen people offer for different programs and things like that. I think that there needs to be a lot more information on this to make this a higher converting page. And I'd say that about this program as well. And then the Facebook group requires a $25 donation to be a part of it. And just as a person in marketing and in my experience, I would forgo the $25 one-time donation. I mean, it's not the worst idea, and I don't know if I have a huge argument against it, but it kind of turned me off, and I guess it would depend on the logistics behind the group. If there was enough people in the group and there was enough value, if the group is very well maintained and managed, if it was providing great value, that's another discussion. I'm not sure the background, so we'd have to learn more. Again, if you're selling anything, you're going to need a longer sales page than this, I think. I can give specific information on that in private. Contact page is pretty straightforward. I think that's good. And I did really appreciate the way that the donation page looks. I think this is really clean, and I really like this. I do really like that. So I'm going to click support us down here because someone's bound to click it and see what it looks like. So here I see the logo looks different here. So I want to see just more consistency with this brand. I would love to see a brand guide. So like this wolf here, are we going to use, wildlife as a theme? Maybe we do. I'm not sure. Are we going to go with Valhalla in color or white or black? Just consistency from throughout the pages and what kind of images we're sharing and stuff like that. Okay, so this page, I'm sure it was kind of just put together quickly, but it says to help bring an end to homelessness, and that's not exactly the mission. So I would write a longer page on this. If people are going to click on it, I would write a longer page on that. So I really hope that this was helpful for you. If you guys have any questions or you would like to have a video audit of your website or your email service provider in your account, I do video audits of those as well. Please reach out to me at thecopywritertoknow@gmail.com or on my website at www.thecopywritertoknow.com. Again, thank you to Bear at Valhalla Life Services. It's amazing to have people volunteer to have their websites audited. Thank you so much for providing all that you do for veterans, and have a great night.